Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, welcome. If you're watching this on my website, welcome. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be making creamy Tuscan salmon. Really easy recipe, not a lot of ingredients. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get at it. Okay, we're going to need some salmon. I've already removed this from the refrigerator to let it come to room temperature. I'll season it with some Sazon Goya and some Old Bay seasoning. We're gonna need some olive oil. We're gonna need some Parmesan cheese. I've diced up 1/2 of an onion. I have 5 ounces of cherry tomatoes I'll cut in half, a tablespoon of butter. I have some minced scallion. It's gonna be about 2 tablespoons. Got some white cooking wine, 1/4 cup. 1 cup of heavy cream. Browning is optional. A couple of handfuls of fresh spinach. We're going to be seasoning up our sauce with some kosher salt, some black pepper, granulated garlic, and some Cajun seasoning to taste. And we're going to be cooking our fettuccine noodles with a little bit of water, salted water, and some chicken stock. That's about it for the ingredients. Let's go ahead and put it together. All right, got my pan preheating at medium-high heat. I'm going to be adding to the pan about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm using the olive oil, avocado oil mix, but if you have olive oil, that's good. Make sure your pan is nice and hot so you can get a nice good sear on your salmon. I'm going to go flesh side down first. We're going to press down on it to make sure it gets good flat contact with my cast iron skillet. So don't skip this part. Put it down in that hot oil, give it a good press to make sure it's nice and flat on that sear. I'm gonna let these go about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, we're gonna flip them over. I'm gonna flip these over. Great color, I'm happy with that. Got a nice crust on the top. I'm gonna flip these over and we're gonna let them go another 2 minutes on the skin side. Okay, after 2 minutes, we're gonna remove all of our salmon. I'm gonna throw a tablespoon of butter into the pan to deglaze it a little bit. To that, I'm gonna be adding my chopped onion, and I'm gonna let that, I'm gonna take and stir that around and saute them chopped onions for about a minute, minute and a half. After that minute and a half, we're gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Give that a stir until it's fragrant, until I can start smelling it. And then from that, we're gonna go ahead and bring in our cherry or grape tomatoes. Just wanna take and get these incorporated, get good contact with that cast iron skillet. Let these go about 3 to 5 minutes until they're nice and roasted and get a good blister on there. Moving right along, let's go ahead and add our spinach. I'm gonna add 2 nice healthy heapings of spinach. Don't worry, it's gonna shrink down into our pan. After it shrink down about a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and add 1/4 cup of white cooking wine to the recipe. Meanwhile, I got my water and my fettuccine noodles cooking. So now that we got this cooking wine in there, let's go ahead and bring this up to a simmer, reduce some of that alcohol, and to get us a nice, good base for our sauce. Be back in about 2 minutes. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. Let's go in and add our 1 cup of heavy cream to our recipe. I'm gonna give this a nice stir. I'm gonna also go ahead at this point and taste my sauce, and using my salt, pepper, garlic, and black pepper, I'm going to go ahead and season this to taste. So give it a good stir, let it come to a mild simmer, season it to taste, and we'll take it from there. All right, I've got my sauce seasoned. I also add a little bit of crushed red peppers to mine. And now this is optional, but I'm going to add about 1/2 capful of browning season just to add a little bit of color to this recipe. Don't get too heavy with this. A little goes a long way. What I added is probably a little bit more than I needed, but you can see how it just gives it a nice good color. Doesn't really change the flavor that much, but readjust your seasoning if you need to. Okay, I re-seasoned my sauce. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my salmon fillets back to the pan. Make sure that getting nice good contact with the bottom of the surface and not sitting on anything, because we need these to cook all the way through the remaining of the way. So it doesn't matter if they weren't done when we cooked them the first time. We're gonna make sure that we get them to a temperature of 135 degrees in the sauce. So it takes about no more than 10 minutes to achieve that. You know, if you sear them properly. This is about 130 degrees right now. So probably about another 5 to 7 minutes, these are gonna be done. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce my heat on there so I don't scorch my sauce. I'm gonna taste it and re-season it a little bit, but this is it. This is the whole, and here we go. I'm going to plate with some fettuccine noodles, top it with a little bit of my sauce, and then I'm going to add my salmon fillet on top of it, and then spoon some sauce over top of my salmon. That's it, guys. This is the recipe. It took about 30 minutes. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe to my website. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish you much success. Hey, let me know what you think about the recipe if you prepare it. Hit me back and let me know how it turned out. But as always, you guys be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.